Hello everybody and welcome back to BattleTech Advanced 3062. Just a quick heads up, I have a it's a small cold, but other than that I'm fine, but there may be the odd splutter or something rather gross, so apologies in advance for that. I will try and edit stuff out if I can. Now, anyway, today is a big overhaul day because the chances are the Lyrans are about to lose control of Crimond, which is the system we were in and attempting to defend. And we won't have access to the store. And as you can see, I have been selling mechs like a madman. I sold that, the biggest one was the Turkina, which sold for about 1.7 mil. As good as it is, I was like, give me the money, man. Give me the money. We have so many other mechs to use. And as you can see, there are different mechs that you've maybe not seen in the mech bay before. Mainly the Timberwolf, so that we could harvest its SRMs, which we have. Hence why it's under tonnaged here, and the Goliath, which we will also be working on today. I believe I'm making adjustments to about 4 mechs, I think it is. First of all, let's go ahead and start with the Gunslinger Mark III, though, since we are in this vicinity. We are trying to make this a little bit more heat neutral. So, what was the plan? It is to get rid of this, like so, and then we're going to go ahead and add the... I need to go into the Gauss. We have picked up a rotary Gauss rifle, because why not rotary, Why not? We're going to go ahead and lose the laser AMS. We're actually going to go ahead and put in the clan AMS here as well. Very nice. And then we're going to go ahead and give that... This is nice and tonnage efficient, as you can see. Half a ton there. If we go to ammo, we can go half a ton here. So all in all, it just weighs a ton, which isn't so bad, is it? Going back to weapon, let's have a little look at the Gauss. Ammo, we are going to go ahead and put, like... Nope, that's not what I'm doing. Gauss here. And we'll put one in, like, the leg. Something we do need to do, actually, is overhaul the heat system. That's kind of the biggest thing with this build, actually, I just realised. So let's go ahead and bring this down. This will save a little bit of tonnage, actually. I think that's everything. If we then go ahead... and throw in a double heatsink kits. There it is. Cannot be used. Where is... there it is. That's it. Should really have gone through this first, because half the time something doesn't work. There we go. That ain't bad. That ain't bad. Right, let's also go back up to double heat sinks if we can find them. Maybe I saw them. No, they're normally up top. I feel like stuff moves around all the time, but there it is. Double heat sink here. Double heat sink there. Double heat sink here. This is actually... Because we need to have a pretty substantial heat delta, you see. What are we looking at? We've got 6 tons available. We've got the rotary... oh, no. Sorry, we're actually keeping the mortar. My bad. We are totally keeping the mortar with that airburst. That's just to go for the little headshots as well, naturally. That is very nice. I don't see what else I'm missing here. We've got everything in here that should be there. I think the rest, there's going to be some in armor. Active sensor probe. This is all looking fantastic. Right, that's it. We're adding 1 more ton of ammo because this is, as you know, a rotary Gauss rifle. We've only got 8 ammo in each, so we need to absolutely add another ton here. We'll throw that in the leg. That makes the most sense, I'd say. And the rest of the way... Oh, there's not 2.5 tons free. Right, there we go. I've actually missed a thing of ammo. That would be the reason why. here. We can go ahead and possibly put the rest in armor, I reckon, then. Although, 0.23... Very close. We're very close to having this done. I've worked it out. It's additional shield here because this is probably going to be quite volatile when it explodes. This component explodes for 50 damage. So really, we're just going to add some shield to it. I tell you what, getting all this shield was one of the best things ever, wasn't it? I think we can all agree on that. I'll go ahead and bring a few of this down. Beautiful. That is looking very nice. Can we do a second one? We can. There we go. I had a feeling we could. Yeah, that is not too expensive. It's about $1 mil. That's really good. I need to make sure I have about 3 million left over, is the plan. So we're going to go ahead and validate this. There you have it. This runs a lot cooler. I can't remember what the heat delta was now. I think it's in around the 60 range, which means we can alpha with the bombast lasers every time, as in go maximum bombast. Boom, boom. Rotary Gauss rifle plus the mortar just to go for additional headshots. And there you go. So, by the way, I would love to hear, after we test this one out, what's your favourite version of the Gunslinger Mark III, this Marauder 2? Because we've presented many different ones. Which one do you think was the most effective? And which one you just preferred in general as well? Because we've run so many different versions of it, and we've still got this one to test out, because the Rotary Gauss rifle sounds like a lot of fun, and I think we'll get some good results out of that. Also, I do love the bombast as well. They are really good. But then again, the one for the MLX lasers and the heavy gas was also a lot of fun too. There's been so many, really good variants. Okay, moving on to the next mech. This is going to be a much smaller change, but a very significant one in a way. So this is now Big Red's mech, and it also is not the most heat efficient. Now, I love the Haywire large laser, and I do want to get this back on here someday, actually. But the best thing that we've come up with, and I agree with this wholeheartedly, I was thinking of making changes to it anyway, but, this is exactly what we should do. And Ranek pointed out, if we use, what's it called, the plasma cannon, that's it, the plasma cannon. Not rifle, there it is. We've only got one of these. These are clan weapons. It's a shame we don't have more of them. Hopefully we have one more fight here and we can find some more. If we had a lot more, I'd be looking just stripping all the plasma rifles and going all plasma cannons. Now, does this uses plasma ammo. So, okay, so we're not losing any ammo. That's fine. That is what it is. Does this ammo explode? Does not explode. I didn't think it did. That is really nice. So what we can actually do here is probably go with some more heat sinking, I think. It's got a double heat sink kit. That's not a clan one, that's a standard. We can actually go ahead and throw this here to... I've got it down as 3, apparently. I've added 3 heat sinks, and I don't know how. That's interesting. But still, it's now a bit more heat efficient, only a heat delta of 6 in a standard biome. I think that works quite well, to be honest with you. But I'm just having a quick look here. Where have I managed to find all this? Right, that's it. We're changing the Pharaoh here to Clan Pharaoh. So yes, it's going to take a bit more damage now, or regular damage, I should say, from ballistic and I think it's missile weapons, I believe. The damage reduction was really nice. Especially in a duel, you tend to get some heavy ballistic weapons, so it could be a little bit of a, might not be the... No, it'll be fine, because I think because of the heat sinking, we can actually just alpha this all the time. Also, we now do more heat damage. So, yes, we don't cause the heat negation. Oh, actually, then again, I think there's 10% bonus damage against overheating targets. Plasma residue increases heat targets generation by 10%. You know what? That's good enough. Maybe we don't need the Haywire. Because this does... What does this do? 40% reduced sensors for 2 turns. I thought this caused... but generated a substantial amount of heat. I always thought they yeah, temporarily damage their heat systems. I guess that's actually what it meant. So really, now going stuff like the plasma cannon makes the most sense. Plasma residue increases target's heat generation by 20%. I would love to do a full conversion to plasma cannons, actually, at some point. Yes, it'll do, like, no damage, because I think these do 0. Pure heat, though, that is going to absolutely clean up. So that's actually pretty awesome. Let's go ahead and throw in this other heatsink so it's totally heat neutral. The rest can now go into armor, which I think is absolutely necessary here. That's looking good. We'll go ahead and push these up. Definitely a lot more on the center torso here. We'll put these up to 60. Looking nice. 185. We'll take this off there. Lovely. That's looking really nice. Okay, very good. Love that clan pharaoh, it just gives us more options. Okay, shall we stop beating around the bush and actually have a look at the archer now? This thing has been on our scrap heap for a little bit of a while. It's time to finally get this going. This is probably going to be Jeff's mech alongside of the Atlas. Though we may end up replacing that Atlas someday, I think, personally. Right, sorry, excuse me in my grossness. But let me get this ready for us. I don't really have a build, like, laid out. I have a very basic one, but let's see. Let's start with the heatsink kit. We're going to immediately throw it. We do have one sanctuary heatsink kit now, by the way. I could probably nab a second, actually. Do you know what? Sorry. I think there was one more mech. Nah, it's fine. No, it's fine. Sorry. I'll be right back once I'm part of the way through. Okay, so let's start throwing in some stuff, shall we? We're going to go ahead and throw you two in here. We're going to go these here. These here. Do we not have more? Yes, more SRM6s there. And then a couple of Streak SRM4s here. Oh, we only have the one. Ah. Okay, in that case, a 6 and a 2. That was what I was looking at. Okay, lovely. That alone, 440 damage. Ridiculous. But obviously, look at the heat sinking. Woo! Pretty spicy, pretty spicy. But of course, Jeff is going to go down the Stone Cold route at some point, once he has been trained enough anyway. Then we're going to go down to lasers and we're going to add even more. So not only is this thing just an absolute Ivor crit machine because of the sheer volume of missiles, it's an absolute industrial grade sandpaper. But we're going to go ahead and make it a battle armor wrecker by putting in 4 medium lances. Now unfortunately, we've only got one more laser insulator, which I'm just not going to add here because we kind of need them in 2s because of the tonnage saving really. So I'm just going to leave that as it is. We are in fact going to add, I guess, some heat sinks at this point. In fact, most of the way it's going to be heat sinks. But first, I will add the ammo. We're going to go 1, 3. Sorry, just sipping some hot water. And I think 1 SRM streak is what we need here. So the streaks are obviously very good for those delicious crits. These are really good, you know. Yeah, good. Obviously, when you're taking out battle armor, you're not going to be firing anywhere near as many missiles, if any. You may end up just going for a precise shot, and then if it's just 4 battle armor in the lance, then you've got them with these 4 lances. These are one-shot kills, even with high damage reduction, because they're 10 armor piercing, and I believe battle armor has 5 health. But I will need to fact check that. But I feel like it was. So they are lethal against battle armor, which is really nice, really bloody nice this is. Yeah, that was a Rannick idea, I think. Shield, that was the other thing. I knew there was one more very critical component, and it's our beloved shield that is so damn good. Just in case you're unaware, shield is similar to case, except this is the sanctuary stuff, and it acts as case 2. So it actually, any ammo that explodes, or component actually, internal explosions damage is reduced to only 3 points of damage, and obviously it prevents from transferring out as well. So we could theoretically just about have our armor breached, lose every single component here, and we'll still have the left torso. Like really, this stuff is fantastic, and it obviously only weighs half a ton as opposed to 1 full ton that the case 2 weighs, so that's something the Sanctuary do really well. And now the other really big thing I need to do for this, I can't believe I forgot about this, is add a Clan XL engine. That's where the price really jumps up, but we want this thing to be durable. So that's looking bloody marvellous right now. And this is where I go ahead and go a little bit crazy on the heat sinks, as I'm sure you would all expect here. This thing is obviously running really hot, so it's kind of adding as many as we can, and I think that's all we can add. We already have one here. I can't do anything here unless I got rid of an SRM4, but I think 440 damage is quite nice. Now, you can see here it's heat delta 100. If we're going sandpaper mode, we are going to be saving about 60 heat sinking, because all this together, it comes up to 60. So we've got a heat delta of 40, combine that with stone cold, that's 10. So we can fire all the SRMs. 440 is no joke. It's basically the same as all the rockets, but we can use these again and again and again. It might be worth bringing this down to an SRM2 and adding in one more heatsink. I'd love to make it an SRM4 actually. I might do that. That feels like the right thing to do. Streak SRM4, yeah, let's do that. That here. We'll go ahead and throw in one more double heatsink. Beautiful, okay. Just makes things a little bit easier. Obviously, as Jeff gets more experienced, he'll also cause a tiny bit more heat sinking himself. So that heat delta will come down to maybe like the high 80s at best. You know, maybe comes up to another heat sink equivalent. Right, the other thing I want to do, now hear me out on this. You might have noticed that anybody that has MMLs, so let's think of Harlock Fortress for instance, or even the Hawksers, whatever they're called, the air tolls that we use to carry mechs. They can choose between LRM ammo and SRM ammo, and SRM really has quite an aim penalty unless you're very close. So I'm going to negate that, and I'm going to be obviously doing that through the targeting computer here. It does weigh a lot, but +2 accuracy and damage evasion just means all of these are going to hit, or much more likely to hit. So I think that really helps. And then the rest just goes into armor. This thing's already fairly well armored as it is. Where am I allocating armor? Oh, really? That ain't right. How much tonnage was... Oh, I hadn't actually... I hadn't added armor. That makes sense. Let's go ahead and bump this up. This can go up to full. This can go up here. This can go up here. I think that's more or less it. Yeah. Do you know what? You do have a chance of getting shot in the back. We're going to go with this. There you have it. Our durability has actually gone up slightly to 1248. That's not too bad. Yeah, this thing, if we were firing it at battle armor, heat sinking 102, so we'd fire all of these. Let's say it was against elementals. 4 elementals are taken out through the lances, and then we just fire some of the SRMs to deal with the last one that's there. So really good. A whopping 2.7 mil, but we do have the money for it, and it's now looking pretty damn powerful. We could save a lot of tonnage by removing this, and there's no real places to add the heat sinking. The only thing I would consider adding actually is an ECM suite. Oh, I kind of want to do that, you know, but I think I want the armor. I'm going to go for the armor here. Okay. There we go. That is now done. Alright, so we have at least one more mech, and that would be the Goliath, and it looks like I've still got about 3.9 million I'm willing to spend. We're not doing anything to the Timberwolf, by the way. That's just sitting here. We may not even use this. Can we harvest that clan double heatsink? No, I didn't think so. Ambitious. Yeah, I'm not even... We may not even use this. I might make this... I might have this take over the Orion. What do you guys think? Because that could be quite nice. If we can put the targeting computer, we can make this a bit of a trainee mech. Imagine that as our training mech. Could work, perhaps. Something to consider. Alright, anyway, the Goliath. Alright, let's have a little look then at you. So this is going to be Karos's new mech, Gary the Goliath. Am I going to call it that? Don't know. Probably not. Actually, no, I've got a name for it. Let's take a look here then, shall we? We want to remove all the heat sinks. Everything gone, please. Okay. We are also going to go ahead and throw in a Clan XL engine, as well as Clan Pharaoh as well. Look at that. Oh, another one there. We'll also convert you over to also a double heatsink kits, wherever you may be. There you are, the good old double heatsink kit. Right. I am thinking of going with... Yes, we are absolutely doing this. Karos had this ridiculous idea of basically making this a much better version of a catapult, essentially, with hops, just to, you know, make it even tougher. 4 Clan LRM-15s. Now, he had the very good idea, actually, of putting the standard extended large lasers on here. So we'll go ahead and throw these on for now. But I think that's where I'm going to start shifting things. Something we do want are jump jets, which I think actually come under equipment. There we go. We'll throw one here, and I think 2 here, possibly. LRM ammo's going up here, that's for sure. We're going to go ahead and add some shield. We definitely need shield. That's a no-brainer. We need more LRM ammo. And actually, excuse me, do we want to add any other kind of LRM ammo? We do have various types. Fastcam Inferno. That is too much. So it's landmines that deal heat damage. Did it say they were really good against battle armor? No, I think I just imagined that. There is AoE. What's DF? Minus 40% range, plus damage. I think we're going to go with standard. It's not the most exciting. Could go for extended range. Has a bit less ammo, but it has 90. No, that's still not 2. Yeah, it doesn't quite... The numbers don't quite add up there. Okay, excuse me. Right, now that cough is gone. Let's take a little look at the... Yeah, let's go ahead and throw in an ECM suite. I think that is quite nice on here. We definitely want more armor, but look at the heat sinking. It's a little bit... Yikes. Yikes, that is quite a lot. That's a bit more than I thought it was going to be. Still... The Stone Cold would be really good, but this is for Karos, and he's more mobility orientated, so I don't think we're going to be doing that. We've still got the Clan Pharaoh. I can add 1 double heatsink here. Would be 52. Okay. Now, hear me out. We are gonna... I can actually make these. I was going to say, I could make these the smaller, these ones here, but then we'll actually generate more heat, 5 more heat each if we change them, but we'd have room for 1 more double heatsink, but that's not quite going to work. So what I'm actually going to do is we're going to go for the standard IS extended range medium lasers here. Frees up quite a bit of tonnage, so we can really bump up the armor, which we'll come back to. I was actually thinking we can improve the heatsink even more if we go for a higher core. So it's in increments of 80. So, and it's currently got a 320, which means, oh my god, we could actually have a use for our 400. Not sure what I was expecting there. Yeah, we can't do that unless I lose these entirely. But then it just becomes an LRM which can jump about the place. It's tempting, but no, I'm not doing that. I think I might do a half increment because we can probably get more heat sinking as through e-cooling. Oh, that's very good. That's very good. We've got an e-cooling 2 in there at the moment, so let's go ahead and upgrade this to a 4. Scrolly, scrolly, scrolly. There it is. Oh, that's getting there. That is getting a heat delta of 20. And are you going to fire these? Well, only when you're within 480 meters, which is not that bad. And we've still got a bit more mobility. 5 and 7 is fairly decent, actually. Yeah, this is really good. I've got a lot spare here. I was thinking, I did pick these up because I thought these would look good on the, and we're still going to pick some more up someday for the Axeman. But where are they? Here we go. Plus death from above damage, plus death from above damage, lower leg wallaby. Yeah, let's go ahead and add this. So this reduces self-stability damage. Actually, do we need that? Because it's a quad? We may not actually need this. What's it say here? Kicks do more damage, plus sprinting distance, 80 stability. I don't know if we want the wallaby. I might need some input on that. What does it do? Kick stability damage. Might be really good. Just weighs half a ton. I mean, are you going to come in and kick? Yeah, you will come in and kick, of course you will. We can add 4 tons of armor. Let's go ahead and maybe bring these up to like 160. Oh, no, that was already at 160, close to it. I'm considering all of these quite significant. Oh wow, that needs to go. Can we bump this up to 170 here? Oh wow, this is... No, we still have more space actually. Rear armor is looking quite nice. Put this up to 200. And I think I might max these out actually. Sorry. Like so. 200, that looks quite nice. Yeah. Put that up to 70. Round that up to 100. Rest is in the center torso. Okay, we'll go for that. 231. 1536. That is absolutely built. This really is an AT-AT from Star Wars, isn't it? Heat delta of, what was it, 20 or something like that? Yeah, we do more damage from death from above, 15% more damage plus another 10%. I might actually go ahead and start adding more of these. We'll lose the lower leg MMA. And would we lose any armor? Losing armor's not a great thing, but I feel like I could squeeze in one more. For 1 ton or even half a ton here? Yeah, see, that I could totally do. I'm assuming these can stack. We should be looking at like 250 damage, maybe even 300 damage from death from above, potentially. This would remove any part of a torso, even. Apart from the center, but the sides for sure, I'd have thought. Long range damage is beautiful. Really nice. Oh, do you know what? I can add more heat sinking. I think I'd rather go down that route. Just really make sure this thing can operate. Yeah. 14 heat delta is pretty nice. We're going to lose this, and then we're going to take off half a ton. I'll go 165 here on each leg. $95. There we go. It still has 1488. I like that. 3.4 mil. Wow, that's coming pretty pricey. but the heat delta is really nice at 14. Movement, we're also looking quite good. I believe as a quad as well, it does have increased walking distance and sprinting distance, which is fantastic given the fact that we've already increased this. I don't think that's factored into here, so actually this probably is bumped up to 6 and 8, I reckon. In fact, we would be looking at 200 meters sprint, which is very scary for an 80-ton quad. Yeah, I like it, and I love this death from above. We've gone for jump jets as well, so it can jump over any cliffs. This is a freaking terrifying beast of a mech. Let's go ahead and
I'll get it
in the books. Right, let's also put these in, I guess, order of completion date, just so we know where we stand. Okay, I think that was more or less it for now. We do need another pilot for any laser mechs, so that would be the Royal Black Knight. And I guess that would be it. There'll be one more mech, and I don't think we're going to add any more. We are pretty much full. Did I sell off the Kingfisher? Shockingly, no. I'll be surprised. Oh no, we're going to add the Devastator. That's the mech we're adding. Yes, we are adding a Devastator, guys. I believe Ranek's got some ideas for it. I've not checked out what he has in mind yet, so I'll come to that when I can. I don't know why I went there, because there's no contracts available. I guess the only thing to do now, really, there we go, right, is to finish this. Attack complete. Clan Jade Falcon takes control of Crimond. The Lyran Commonwealth withdraws their forces in haste. Your contract ending with their defeat. Acknowledged. BTA calling. You can't help but feel a little nervous seeing an ancient Comstar Vincent Mark 42 floating just up beyond the shuttle bay doors. Farah notices you fidgeting and tries to reassure you. Commander, we're just lucky the communications grid was still under warranty. These level 2 repair recovery teams take their jobs very seriously. They don't care if you get along with their bosses or not, as long as you pay your bills on time. Uh-oh, I don't like this. The Comstar Acolyte waves you over. Greetings, Commander. I am Acolyte Cole, commanding Rep Bravo Tango Alpha. Please show us to the communications grid. Okay. After some time inspecting the faulty unit, Acolyte Coles gives you the bad news. You may need to wait some time for the replacement parts to come in by the courier. In the meantime, Commander, we would certainly relish the chance to test our skill in battle against a hardened mercenary outfit as your own. The reputation of the Comguards is such that the mere threat of battle brings our delinquent clients to heel more often than not. We will, of course, reimburse you for any damages incurred to your own units. By the way, if any of us bear a resemblance to any of your crew, I trust you know enough about Comstar not to ask too many questions, I mean, we have to do this. BTA calling. Never seen such a thing like this. A unique contract named BTA's Challenge. Oh my god, guys, this is fascinating. Oh, stop. Goodness sake. Oh. Where is it? Right, so stupidly I've had to save and reload because it turns out I was pressing the wrong bloody thing. That's the bloody contract center. So I've not skipped any days yet. I've had to redo all the builds. I did make 2 changes, by the way. One of them is to the Archer. I added the Exchanger that we picked up in this system, actually, and that's going to make an even bigger difference. We're looking at heat deltas, if you exclude the Lances, of about just under 20. I think it's 19. So it could probably fire twice, especially if you go stone cold. You can just fire again and again and again. It's pretty good. And we made a small change to the Goliath. I added an additional ton of LRM ammo at the expense of, I think it might have been armor. No, there's no ECM suite. I forgot the ECM suite. I'm just looking at the build now. Oops. I do like that ECM suite. It's very good. So I may change that back, or I may just get rid of a ton of armor. We'll see. Right, so we're going to progress because it says here Clan Jade Falcon is about, but we've not had the attack notification, so should be any second now. We will accept the contract again. Okay, very good. Pause. Okay, great. Contract. There it is. It's 4.5 skulls. There we go. I basically flew all the way, by the way. I'm going to edit it all out. We flew all the way to that other place. There is some salvage, apparently. So wherever I was going to go to next. So, yeah, this is basically a for fun. And don't forget, have fun out there for your BTA team. What the devil is this? I am very tempted to maybe do this next time and just make this a bit of a short video. Give me one moment. Yeah, do you know what? We're going to make this a short video and make it its own separate thing, because this is clearly a very special contract, BTA's challenge. Reinforced Comstar level 2. Piloted by some of their best pilots. Oh my god. This is going to be something ridiculous. It's just for fun. Ha 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 ha. The only thing is, we won't have the Gunslinger Mark III, the Goliath, or the Archer. So Headhunter would be in the Gunslinger Mark II, which is absolutely fine. You know, we'll make do, and we have all of our other mechs available. We can send down 850 tons. We will be utilising all of that. That's for sure. Do you know what? Should we get an idea of? Yeah, let's get a lay of the land. Let's sort of Oh, if I press start, am I going to have to record it now? I maybe shouldn't have pressed start. Might not be able to go back on this. Let's find out in a moment. Oh, we could walk away for a new battle mech. If we're successful. Okay. Oh, cool, I can go back. Good, right. Jungle biome. We may want to consider heat strat to a small degree here. I also might be a bit jammy and send in something like the pile driver. Since the game is... Yeah, you know what? I may end up doing that. Okay. Let's think carefully about this. Maybe build this from the ground up. Karas and Scorpion sounds like a great idea. We also may want to utilise any of our available drops, so I might actually throw Maltese and the Super Wasp, Meerkat in Burton. Got some scouting. I don't want to be out there. You guys can all go out there. We need the Talos. I think we're going to go for the Talos too, because it does have the battle mech drop. We're going to probably use a lot of what we have here. I think the Owens is just an amazing mech. We're going to go ahead and utilise that. So I may get rid of Burton there, because there's not a lot of tonnage on that screen, is there? Let's go with the pile driver here. Yeah, where is Stencil? There he is. It's a beast of a mech, so we're going to go ahead and do that. The Gargoyle will absolutely send in the Axeman. It's got to be a best of the best, really. Ripjack in the Dragonfire. Yes, we need a Scythe with a Reaper attached to it. Orgy in the Rashnu. That is also necessary. Maybe we do go Reach. Maybe go Succubus in the Crab. Got Goose. Also a good option. Okay, I think I'm leaning towards Reach. Sorry, hang on. I don't know what they might have, to be honest, because this could be a disaster for us. Elementals, obviously. Let's go ahead and connect those up. Well, it doesn't actually matter because I'm not saving this. And then if we go ahead and bring in... What would you carry? Perhaps we go give the Mauler one more go. $840 though. Can we connect you? No. I was going to say, if you could already be carrying them, that would be amazing. So that would be ace, wouldn't it? Give him some practice in there. That's pretty much it. We've got, in terms of drops, we've got Terror drop here, we've got Battle Armor drop here, we've got Battle Mech drop. Let's go back to that actually. Over here. That's 3 different drops. We're probably going to use all 3, even though it costs money. But this is obviously meant to be quite a challenge. Is this absolutely it? I do question. If I had more tonnage, what would I do? I'd probably get rid of the hooks and go for something like... No, I've already got all of you out. Yeah, I mean, it's actually pretty good. Gargoyle 100% is coming out. The Rashnu is obviously a beast. Annihilator will annihilate. Just basically get rid of some armor. Looks pretty good if you ask me. Looks pretty good. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this time. Next time you're going to see pretty much this lineup, I reckon. And we're going to go ahead and kick some Comstar booty. So, hope you join me for that. Thanks for watching and see you next time.